Let's crack this Mead Monday open. Steve, Canadian Sasquatch, coming at you with another Mead Monday. We're just going to jump right into it. You saw the thumbnail. You saw my little hint at the beginning. That's right. We have ourselves a can of mead. So let's go ahead and crack this open. Heck yeah. So it's slightly carbonated. It is a draft mead from honey and blackberries called Rhapsody, made in Austin, Texas. It is a semi-sweet, gluten-free, 6.5% ABV. So there you go. So yeah, that's a gorgeous color. So blackberry, same as last week. I got all kinds of honey on the nose. Oh, that smells pleasant. Just a hint of the blackberry. Yeah, it's a gorgeous color. Nice ruby red. I got a light here. Absolutely beautiful. So let's go ahead and give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Definitely carbonated. Definitely semi-sweet. You do get just a little bit of that blackberry flavor, tartness going through the middle of your tongue. It's very pleasant. So yeah, my beautiful bride found these at the local grocery store. It is chilled. It was in the fridge. Carbonated meads are usually best chilled because the colder they are, the better the CO2 is absorbed into the liquid to give you that better carbonation flavor. Carbonation. But yeah, that is a pleasant mead right there. We're going to change things up on how we do these from now on. Nobody wants to watch me waffle on and try and score this out of 42. From now on, it's either a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and this is a thumbs up. Cheers, everybody. Because that is a tasty mead. Right into your guys' questions. Here we go. When to use fruit? What type of fruit? Fresh or frozen? A couple of you have asked about this in the past and getting around to it now. You want to use fresh fruit that's been frozen. The reason why you want to use fresh fruit is because it tastes better, especially if it's picked ripe. Then you get those nice sweet juices and flavors from the fruit, be it blackberry or peach or whatever fruit you wish to use. And you want to freeze it. And the reason why you want to freeze the fruit is the juices in the fruit will freeze into crystals, expand, and explode the cell walls of the fruit, which allow the juices and flavors to flow out of the fruit much more easily once they thaw out. This way you get all the flavors and all the juices, all that yummy goodness, and you get that through freezing. Other ways you could do similar is just to mash mash the fruit, just stab them with the potato masher or whatever, and go at it that way. But the freezing it's easy. And if you're working on collecting fruit for a little while, it's a way to store the fruit without having to worry about it going bad or any of that. To prepare for freezing, you will want to clean the fruit very, very well and then cut it into small pieces. That way they fit better into whatever vessel you're going to be putting them into. Now, when do you want to use the fruit? Put it in primary. You can put it in secondary. You can put it in tertiary. It all depends on what you want. If you put it into primary, what will happen is the yeast will get into the fruit and get after it, and you end up with like a cooked fruit flavor, which isn't bad. It just gives it a more jammy flavor than fresh fruit. But if you put it into secondary or later, after most of the yeast are done with what they're doing, then you get more of a fresh fruit flavor. The yeast will still be doing their thing once you add the fruit because of the sugars that are in there, but they won't be doing it as aggressively or as much. So you do end up with the fresher fruit flavor versus the jammy flavor because of it. This is good. You guys in Texas, if you can get a hold of that, HEB. So another question I've been asked a couple of times now is artificial flavors. You can use them if you want. As long as it tastes good, it'll be all right. I have not really met an artificial flavor that I enjoy. With my grilled pineapple mead that I made for the Canadian Sasquatch Mead Challenge, it didn't quite have enough pineapple for my liking, so I thought about trying to add either pineapple extract or artificial pineapple flavor, and both of those tasted absolutely horrible. So there was no way I was going to put that into my mead because the mead was I just wanted to add more pineapple, and that would not have happened. So as long as the flavoring is good, then I don't really see a problem with it. A lot of people prefer these days to go natural and all that. But if you do want to kick up some flavor, just that little bit more, and you have something artificial that tastes good, there's no problem with that. And again, when would you use them? The artificial flavoring I would put in just right before bottling. Rack your meat on top of it, let it sit for a couple of weeks just to let everything meld together, see where the flavor is at and whether you need to add more or tweak the flavor some other way. You most likely don't want to do it in primary or secondary because the artificial flavors may have something in there that will kill the yeast or cause off flavors during fermentation. So definitely something like the artificial flavors or extracts or anything like that you want to add at the end just to do a final tweak of the flavor of the mead. So we're going to do a third question here today, which my beautiful bride actually asked about because of the mead in the cans, carbonate it, what temperature it should be at, because typically we drink meads at room temperature here. But with carbonated meads, you actually want them chilled. And as I mentioned before, that's because the cooler the liquid is, the better it absorbs the carbon dioxide for the carbonation. So if you're doing a carbonated mead, then you will want to have it chilled, just because it allows the gases to be held in suspension in the liquid much better. And typically, you don't have to worry too much about the flavors, because typically you like warmer meads, so you get that more of that flavor out of them. But when it's carbonated, the CO2 is actually coming out, bringing those flavors to you much more easily than a still mead, as it were. So the carbonation bubbles up and you get the the aromas quicker and the flavors burst on your tongue. So you get a more full flavor and aromas much more quickly through the carbonation at a colder temperature than if it was a warm mead. So yeah, that's carbonation in a mead. It's tasty. And with that, my friends, we are going to call this Mead Monday closed. Well, not closed. You guys still have to go out and do your homework of finding some good mead, making some good mead, and enjoying some good mead. If you guys liked the video, please hit the like button down there. If you have any questions, please hit me up. Questions down below in the comments, or hit me up on Twitter, or hit me up on Facebook. All the links are down below in the description box. Please also hit the subscribe button. That one's over that way. That way, as my videos pop up, you can see them in your subscription feed. And if you want to get like emails and all that nonsense, then there's a bell down there that you can hit a notification squad. So ring that bell. Give me a thumbs up, comment, questions, subscribe. And there's a video here of my last Mead Monday. There's a playlist here to my Meadology series. And you can also hit my subscribe right here. With that, everybody, be sure to have a pint of awesome, because I know I will.